Good evening,
Have
gamers.
you already started?
How's it going, everybody? This is Tech Protect here with David Jaffe.
Tell me you have not started.
Here at the
I can't even tell if it's a
Jaffe compound. How's it going,
I
chat?
don't even know if it's real or not.
Chat, we put a poll right before we went live. Will Jaffe be on time? We got 56% that said no.
You know what?
You guys were correct.
Yeah, because I've been planning the show. It's easy to show. I'll tell you what, I'll show up tomorrow on time.
Didn't you shower at 1:30?
Yeah, in the morning.
No. 1:30 p. Like you just got out of the shower or something, right?
No.
Oh,
I've been planning the
smell
fucking
nice.
show.
All right. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. We'll put chat up for Jaffe. Courage, there's no space for you here. Go out of here, Courage. There's not a room. You're tied up in Jaffe's headphone cable. You're going to pull it when you run away.
Hi, baby.
He's a good dog.
Come on, bud. Hey, Courage, over here.
Yep, yep, there goes the cable. I told you.
Oh, fuck, man. Well,
Yep.
I'll go to a big shot so they can see it.
Here's
Hey, Courage, come on, man. Now I got your dick all over. Come on, man.
Courage, sit.
No, don't sit. God damn. Well, we're so good. Why is the show not successful?
Ace, you need it.
God, Ace, just... Welcome to the show. Folks.
Welcome to Gavin Games.
We don't even have our video game statues out. Fuck it, we're going anyway.
Today's episode, the 25th of July.
Can we fix that curtain where it doesn't matter? We'll fix it later.
July.
We were up late. We went to the Fantastic Four last night. We're going to talk about video games in just a second, but we'll talk briefly without any spoilers for the movie. Tech, real quick, what'd you think?
The Fantastic Four was a wonderful film. I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it. I like superhero movies. Those are movies I have seen a decent amount of. I've said this in the car when we were leaving. One critique I have about like MCU stuff, especially the recent stuff, or other superhero movies, is I hate when the cliches about how they're going to solve the problems or what the problems are.
Don't tell them what.
I'm not going to tell them this stuff, but I hate when the cliches are so apparent that you can kind of like guess what's going to happen in like every 5 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
Right. This movie didn't have like much of that. It had like 2 scenes where I was like, oh, okay, that's like clearly this is going to be the problem and this is going to be like the solution they do. So it's good.
So that was your only criticism. You don't need another one. I'm just asking.
I do have another critique, but it's about like the character dynamics being a little like forced. It seems.
Okay.
Between some of them, yeah.
My guess would be between Ben and Johnny.
No.
Okay, interesting. We'll leave it at that.
No. How's my wife?
I thought. I mean, you gave it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I did not like it as much as Superman. I thought I loved, here's what I'll say briefly. I loved the world. I loved the characters. I loved its spirit. I thought the first 2 acts, narratively speaking, were pretty tropey. Like, I'm just like, here we go again. Oh no, what will happen? There was just, some action. None of the action was amazing. The action was fine, but it wasn't like they made up for the fact that there was a lot of sort of tropey scenarios in the first 2 acts with amazing action sequences. So it was a beautiful, wonderful world, introduction to the world. All the actors were great. The characters were great. The set design or the design of the production design was great. The third act was dynamite. Once Galactus shows up, and that is not a
spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. He was so well done, and visually he was well done. He was really fucking scary. I tweeted earlier, if you were probably like a 6-7-year-old kid coming to this movie, that character's going to burn into your fucking brain, as like sort of a cinematic. You'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Those moments. That was the shit. That was fantastic. And I did really, really enjoy the world, and I consider myself a fan of the experience. I do think that, it just really wasn't that good of a movie as a standalone movie, the first 2 acts. It was just kind of like, okay. Like if you had walked in and you didn't care about superheroes, I don't get the sense this was going to turn your crank. Whereas I think Superman was about something, like there was subtext to it. I think that it was a richer film that left you with a sense of maybe hope or
Okay.
you know,
I can see that.
you know, but I still really loved this. The only thing I will tell you that, and you should stay because there's 2 end credit sequences, and the first one is more than worth staying for, and the second one is like, oh come on, really dumb. Like if you didn't like the end sequences in Superman, which were terrible, the first one is not like that. It's genuinely good and compelling. The second end sequence at the very end was like the Superman thing. You're like, really? I sat through all this shit for that? Which I know it's the credits, but still. Although Tech and I were talking the movies last night, and we're about 10 years away from it, just the credits being Chat GPT. And then it'll be like, okay, it'll be quick. Anyway, but I enjoyed it. I hope you guys go see it. The first thing I sent you, by the way, is just a really quick thing that Marvel has going on at Comic-Con right now. I thought when I first thought this was cosplay.
The first thing you sent me says terabytes digital.
We'll talk about that in a minute, but click the second thing. With Galactus at Marvel. This is Galactus at the Marvel booth.
This is not the second thing you sent me.
Okay.
The second thing is the Twisted Metal stuff.
Okay, what's the third thing?
I do see a Galactus. There you go.
Yeah. This was pretty fucking great. I thought this was cosplay, but this is an actual Marvel thing, I think. It might be a cosplay that Marvel just posted, but this was on their Twitter account. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That is a hell of a Galactus. That's beautiful. But I've never disliked Galactus. I thought he's always been cool, but seeing him in the movie and how he was realized and performed was just really, really neat. What's kind of interesting about the movie is, I'll wait. We'll talk about it later in detail once people have had a chance to see it, because I do have some thoughts on the third act, but it's worth seeing if you're going this weekend. All right, let's get to some video game topics. I put them in order. I don't remember what the first thing is I sent you, but the thing about terabytes was we don't have a goal for today. We've been trying to raise memberships on this channel, and we were going to watch the first 2 episodes of Terabytes, which is a great documentary, 4-part documentary series about the horror video game genre going all the way back to Haunted House on the Atari. So we don't really have any goals up today, but if you want to consider super chatting to support the show today, or if you want to consider getting a membership like our good friend at the very beginning of the show just did.
I thought we're doing the 69 gifted members and Gavin and Games for the Twisted Metal 2 season.
Oh, well, we didn't tell people that either. So
well, yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, well, there's the goal now. So.
There's the goal.
All right, so Twisted Metal Season 2 watch party. They're going to drop the first 3 episodes next week. If we get 69 members starting today for the next week, we'll watch it together. Meantime, though, tomorrow we'll be down at Comic-Con doing the Twisted Metal booth, the bumper cars. Somebody sent me some pictures of, they have Roadkill down there, which is the Anthony Mackie car that he drives. And I think I don't know if they have Axle or not, but I just saw a picture of that one. We'll be down there doing that. We'll be down there doing, gifted members get the 69s as well. Thank you, David K. We appreciate it very, very, very much for that super chat, buddy. And then we're going to swing by this arcade downtown tomorrow as well, which is a 2-floor arcade. So we're going to be getting a bunch of footage. We may IRL it. We'll see. Technology, who was our first gifted today or member today that we got?
Yeah, so far we already have Ludo57.
Ludo, yeah, he's been around for a while. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for rejoining. We appreciate it. Hello, Miss Anna G.
Which we'll count towards the
end. Yeah, of course we'll count. Okay. All right. So let's go. What's the first story we have lined up for today? But show them the bumper cars just real quick. There's the Twisted Metal bumper cars. I haven't ridden them. They went live yesterday. People said they were fun. They're dressed up like the Twisted Metal cars. There are actual cars out in the street as well, like around the pop-up. And then there was a panel on Twisted Metal 2 yesterday, which I heard went well, but I didn't go, so I don't really know what they talked about. But I'm a big fan of the show. Looking forward to watching it with you guys. Okay, first topic. What do we got?
Do you want them in the order you sent them in?
I'd like that. Yes, please.
All right. First up we have is Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's 5 million players.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk briefly about Assassin's Creed, I don't really care that they hit 5 million players. I don't know if that's a hit or not. I mean, they clearly seem to think. Some of the reporting I've seen has been like, yay, that's a pretty good deal. And, I don't fucking know. I don't care. But they tweeted it out from the account. 5 million people have played it, whether that's through Ubisoft Plus Classic or Ubisoft Plus on their subscription service, or buying the game. So yay for them. But that's kind of where it stands right now as a product. But let's go to the next story, though, because this is really interesting to me, this statement that in the earnings call that the CEO was blaming organized campaigns of criticism against its games. And they weren't really just talking about Assassins. They're talking about Star Wars and maybe Avatar and some of their other stuff as well. And what's really interesting to me about this is, I really like Star Wars Outlaws. I heard today that there was a canceled Star Wars Outlaws sequel, which is unfortunate. Really, really good game. And I haven't played the new Shadows, and I'm not going to, only because I get the sense that I'm going to like Ghost of Yodi more, and I'm waiting for that one. And so I have my fill. But Assassin's Creed Shadows, got a lot of hate from influencers, and Star Wars Outlaws got a lot of hate from influencers. And I played to completion, which is a rare thing for me. Outlaws, I thought it was excellent. I thought it was a great fucking game, and with all the changes, it's only gotten better over time. And it got me thinking. Can we go back to the previous story? Because here's what I'm really interested in. This is why this topic is interesting to me, is, if you didn't like Shadows, or if you didn't like Star Wars Outlaws or whatever, fine. That's your right. I respect that. But both of those games were hit really hard with what I would consider sort of the Gamergate 2.0 grifter sledgehammer. And again, that's how the free market's supposed to work. For whatever reason, if the Asmongold's of the world, or if the what's that guy's name, Grumses of the world, can motivate their fan base to not even really try a game because they've convinced their audience that it's woke, and that Kay Vass, who's the star of Star Wars, she's not pretty enough, I don't want to fuck her, or that there's a black dude in Shadows. If that really is enough, sight unseen, and you believe these people and you think they're honest brokers, then that's how the free market works, right? They are just in the power position right now, more than the reviewers are, more than the other people online that might tell you something different, which leads to the question, which is not to say that all these gamers are stupid and they can't make up their own minds, but there's a lot of them that don't choose to make up their own minds. And if Asmongold says it's shit, or Grum says it's woke, or this little guy who has a list says it's bullshit, they just go, oh yeah, I don't want to be involved with that. That's not cool, or whatever. Totally fine. But it makes me wonder, if I was still in this industry making games for it, what is expected of you if you're a CEO? What is expected of you if you're the guy sitting in the captain's chair making the creative decisions at that point? Do you now go, well, we better make sure we don't piss off Asmongold? We better make sure we don't make something Grums doesn't like, which, again, on one hand, I get it's the free market talking. And on the other hand, I go, but it's not based on anything other than an individual's skewed view of the world. And not even that at that point. At that point, you have to look at someone like these grifter guys, or even, let's just say, right-wing guys or anti-woke guys. You have to look at these people and go, how much of their decisions are genuine, and how much of it is, well, I know this gets me clicks and makes me money, and it's affecting. But then again, marketing does that as well. So it may be same as it ever was. It's just the people who are making the decisions are different now. But I don't know. I don't know what you think in the chat. I don't know if you feel that you're comfortable with these people having the kind of power it seems they do. I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you that Star Wars Outlaws got a real bad rap just because they decided not to put a super sexy woman in there. And it's like, well, okay, maybe what do? Do they go lesson learned? Do they go, okay, I guess next time we better fucking make all of our characters fuckable for straight dudes or lesbians. What do you think?
I think it's time to have like a little slider on the game, make it the MAGA slider or the
Yeah, I
the
mean, you don't
incel white guy
call
slider.
it that, but certainly,
Yeah,
yeah,
you want tits in your fucking Star Wars Outlaws? Slide this boobification.
right. Now there are going to be people that would argue, yeah, but that takes away from the artistic intent. But it's like when you're spending $250 million on a game, your artistic intent can live on the AA
Yeah.
and indie games. And I don't know. I don't know if, I mean, obviously the Assassin's Creed Shadow story wouldn't have worked if it would have been a black samurai or a white samurai, because part of his narrative
Old
is his
narrative,
race.
yeah.
But at that point, you can, write it for whatever you want, write it for the default to be the team's vision. And then if you want to go in and say, you know what, yeah, but I want a hot chick white samurai.
Well, use a mod.
Well, most people on consoles, you can't really,
Fuck 'em.
well, no. Seriously, though. Or I want a Puerto Rican woman who's got huge boobs and a big ass to be the samurai. As long as the hit volumes and the collision doesn't change on the character, I
There you
guess maybe that's what it should be. I'd like the give me. Let's poll the chat. Should we? I want to know.
We'll do a poll. Do you also want to?
Oh yeah, Kayfabe Queen. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. We very much appreciate it. Does that take us up to 3 or 2?
2.
2. Thank you so much, Kayfabe Queen. I think what goes around comes around, and you should play what interests you regardless of public perception. I can't read his name, but yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but fundamentally,
Cadle Mom.
yeah, fundamentally though, what you get to play, at least at this scope and budget, is going to be determined by what the zeitgeist says they accept. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the pendulum swinging back a little. At first when the Dungeons and Dragons 5th Rule editions came out, and there were all of these like very,
The wheelchair mechanics.
I don't mind the wheelchair thing, but there was clearly too much of that kind of everything's got to be just light. And
I mind the wheelchair mechanics.
I don't, because I'm not in a
I do.
wheelchair. So I understand the fact that you could say yes, but you're in a fantasy world. I get where the argument's tired. I get it, regardless.
Why is it tired?
Because there's no solve to it. I understand your point, and you have a very logical point, which is if you're in a fantasy world, why would you ever acquiesce to a wheelchair? Just build yourself some magic legs.
Well, yeah, it's not so much about the acquiesce of like who wants to play as a wheelchair character, but it's like the logic and lore of like, I'm gonna delve into dungeons and jump onto the backs of dragons and you persuade. Okay, and like the wheelchair guy is the one that makes it through the dungeon.
No, but I do think maybe the balance is to go, you know what? There's a lot of people who play our games that maybe want an escape, but they also want to be acknowledged. So maybe you don't put it in a wheelchair, but you have a metaphor for a disabled character in that world. I mean, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is it's supposed to be, doesn't have to be dark, but it's supposed to be high adventure, brutal, bloody swords. Yeah, and it did get a little pastel and soft. And I do think that just on my own creative desires, people have a right to make whatever they want, but I'm glad that is moving back a little bit more to the center.
Yeah, there's like potions in the world that are not as expensive as like a fucking cart, right?
Okay.
It'd be the price of like a fine suit,
Yeah.
right? That'll heal your injuries, like a spinal problem.
No, I understand.
That's why I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay. But I guess the question on the poll is, I'm curious, do you feel that right-wing influencers justifiably affected the sales of Shadows in Star Wars? I'd be curious. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. 5 million something. But the next story coming up though is, I think, honestly, one of Ubisoft's biggest problems, and frankly, I had this problem. I was playing, and I gave up, by the way, on South of Midnight. But I was playing South of Midnight. But this is one of the reasons I won't touch most Ubisoft games, is this is the director of Dying Light: The Beast, which got moved, by the way, today. They pushed it out 4 more weeks.
Did they?
Yeah, it'll be out still very soon, but they got 4 extra weeks for whatever. And he's like, I'm not even going to play it because I know I'll never finish it. And I do think we have people, there's nothing to complain about. Everybody knows that the problem is a lot of games are too long.
Tell me about it.
Well, but what's really weird to me about this, though, is it's not just that they're too long, but it's that they're really uninteresting at certain levels. Like somebody in our chat, I was playing South of Midnight, and I really was enjoying parts of it. I liked the lore, and I didn't care for the actual narrative story in there, but I liked the lore and the characters and the art and the world and the sound design. It was really well done. But the gameplay was really middling and boring, and I cannot believe they allowed that to exist as a product. And then someone says, well, Jaffe, you know what you can do? You can turn off every combat encounter, every boss encounter, and every chase sequence, because at the end of each boss or something, there's a chase sequence. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. But eventually I did it because I'm like, I want to see what this feels like. And I instantly lost interest in the whole game because it was like the story itself wasn't compelling enough to pull me through, and the gameplay itself wasn't compelling enough. And it was to me, it was such an interesting. I want to spend a lot more time thinking about this because it's such an interesting idea that when you pull the challenge or the gameplay out or that level of places you can get stuck, at that point your brain's like, well, why not just go watch a great movie if that's why I'm doing this? And it really, to me, I still very much am in this headspace that as much as I was there on the forefront when I was making games, that games can be stories and all this stuff, and games can be great IP delivery mechanisms and all that shit, and that's wonderful. And there are games with great stories, but I don't think games tell stories well. At least linear stories. I think an Elden Ring or a Bloodborne tells a great story with that structure. Yeah. I think a lot of the Nintendo games, but all of this cinematic shit, South of Midnight is such a good example of how bad of a mix it is, where you're like, here's a story, and now totally change where your brain is and go to work. And when you're finished working, here's some story. And it's like, that is, and I think the sales bear it out, by the way. I don't think those are the games that do brilliantly anymore, because I think most people are like, it's too expensive. I can get that on TV, and I'll just play the games that are games first.
I told you what game I was playing recently, right?
Yeah, and I'm fascinated by this. Go ahead, Tech. Tell the kids.
This game has the same fucking problem.
Yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West. There's Horizons? I don't know if it's one or...
The second one, Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah. That game is terrible with pacing. I beat the game yesterday, and I'm almost done with the
I can't
DLC.
believe you beat it. Why the fuck you kept playing it?
It was so bad.
So why would you play it?
Because I really enjoyed the first game. I liked the narrative of the first game. I liked the story, the world. It was interesting. You hop into the second game, and it's the weirdest pacing for like an intro of a game.
Yeah, I stopped playing it.
The tutorial is just god awful, and like how it teaches the mechanics. In just the intro tutorial section, I had the game like glitch out on me 5 times. Where
okay, well that's
I get to like a section where it's like, oh, do the thing. And I did the thing and not the right way that the game wanted me to do it, and it's like, well, you didn't complete checkpoint 3. So you can't get a checkpoint 4, even though you've already are essentially at number 5. It was this whole dumb bit. But then you get into it, and it's like every moment that you have a new interaction, it's a fucking 7-minute video.
It's bullshit.
And
yeah, Sony has absolutely lost their fucking way and lost their fucking minds on this. And I'm glad that Interstellar, which is the Naughty Dog game, that when you hear Druckmann talk about it, he is going more. Let the player, there's still cutscenes and stuff, which is fine, but he's like, I'm going to let the player have a lot more freedom for player expression. They're actually learning what a real game is.
It gets worse with the cutscenes in this game.
I hate this game.
Because eventually it tells you, like, oh, you can skip through dialogue. right? And so you'll get to a moment where you're interacting with like your teammates, the team you're building to conquer the big problem in the game. It's been out for like what, 3 years, 4 years?
It's about 2 years, but whatever.
2 years.
Yeah.
Spoilers don't matter at that point, right?
I don't care.
Okay. So you're trying to save the Earth because like there's a fucking AI software that's destroying all the fucking plants, right? And it's going to destroy the atmosphere, whatever. So you get a team of other fucking tribal people from other communities, and you all come together to try and beat the big boss. And now you're in the middle of the game. It's like, oh yeah, go ahead and press spacebar to skip like the dialogue. You can skip it. You can read it in subtitles. Go on to the next thing. There's a section where one of your teammates and you are trying to activate this big like mechanism, and you have a normal conversation where you can skip and read the dialogue, and then it jumps to a cutscene that apparently was 14 minutes long, but I didn't know that. So it starts the cinematic, and it's like, "Hey, Alloy, nice for coming," and then I press spacebar to skip to the next dialogue because that's what I thought it was. 2 of my teammates died. My sister was kidnapped. The world exploded a little bit. The main boss is now some lady from the future that I missed the entirety of the intro for because that one next section was this big movie.
But you still played the whole game.
Yeah, and I hated it. I had to go find.
That's my question.
I had
why?
to go find that cutscene on YouTube to watch it at 2x
speed. But why
speed.
play the whole game? Don't you have better things to do with your time? Aren't you like? I mean, is it like a autistic thing where you're like, I have to complete?
It's information that I need to get now.
Ugh.
I mean, I engaged in that with the previous one. Now I need to get to the next one.
Well, all I can tell you is that the sooner Sony gets, I mean, they got to pull up, in my opinion. I don't want to get into console wars. I don't give a fuck what you play on. I'm just talking about the first party production. Their obsession with thinking they're storytellers has got to come to an end, and financially, it's going to, you know. And I don't dislike games with stories, actually. But the way they've been doing it, God, let's move on. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fucking talk about it. We'll see what the chat says first. See if they've got any input.
Let's do the poll first.
Yeah, let's see the poll.
So the poll was, I'm curious, do you feel the right-wing influencers affected the sales of Shadows and Star Wars? 60% said no.
Yeah, so
maybe it was other factors.
I'd be curious. I mean, Star Wars is a great game. Now the CEO also said that it was because the brand had been hurt when they released it. It wasn't as strong of a brand. I mean, I'm sure, but, you know. Yeah, and I know there are people in the chat, you guys like Horizon, and that's great. But I you know, that South of Midnight thing is really stuck in my head. The fact that the minute I pulled the gameplay out, the whole thing fell apart.
You might as well read a comic.
Or you're going to get a better fucking story. I don't think that means games can't tell stories. I think the way being in the world of Elden Ring was so rich because of the narrative and for a million other reasons, but it was marbled in as a experience. I mean, maybe because I was there and you guys weren't for the most. Some of you guys were, but most of you guys weren't. I mean, I was working on the games. I was one of the guys that was like, we should have directors, and we should have scripts, and we should have actors. You know, I really, really believed that. And I fought for that. And now I look back and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, ugh, you know, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
How would you feel if researchers 20 years from now look back at the games industry and they pinpoint that the introduction of all these like cinematic story-based games came from Twisted Metal?
It wouldn't have come from Twisted Metal.
But
it would have come from God of War.
What if they say, well, God of War or Twisted Metal?
Well,
they both had big cinematic, like...
No. Twisted Metal was not guilty of anything I'm saying.
But like the movie concepts...
Yeah, but that was the end of the game. That's
what if
like
that was...
That wasn't.
What if it was?
It's not an interesting conversation. An interesting conversation to me is God of War, because God of War was one of the first games, not the first and not the best necessarily, but it was one of the first games in that sort of class that really took seriously, let's create this kind of interactive movie as best as we could. And I think there's a lot that you can lay at the feet of its success, which you're like, well, if it was successful, doesn't that mean people love it? And it's like, yeah, but I still think it taught a lot of wrong lessons, frankly, is what I think. I really do. And I think Sony, with the success of that and Uncharted, you know, I think it's one of the reasons that they're struggling right now with first party, because they're like, well, we don't really know how to make great games anymore. You know, we don't know how to do the service stuff. MLB is in great shape. Insomniac is in decent shape, but Insomniac's a victim of the fact that they're really well run, which means they don't get feature creep, which means a lot of their games play very samey. And so maybe that's one of the reasons we haven't heard from Wolverine, is because they're like, it's cool, but it's the same shit we've been doing since the first Spider-Man open world. What are we doing to make this interesting?
Ganem says that there ain't no story in FromSoft games. People should shut up.
There's total stories in FromSoft games. That's what you don't understand. There was an article written recently about Indiana Jones being first person, and the author was saying, and I agreed, by the way, I liked that Indy was first person because it wasn't about playing a game where you felt you were watching Indy. It was playing a game where you actually got to experience, within reason, what it would have been like to be Indiana Jones. Elden Ring and FromSoft are the same. It's not about, this happened to the plot, and then this happened in Bloodborne, and then this happened in Bloodborne. It's, I am in this world where clearly a lot of history and lore exists, and I can discover it if I want to. I can ignore it if I want to, but regardless of how you choose to engage in it, you can't not feel the sense of a lived, thought through, with quote, real place, because it feels like almost every little art asset is placed because there is a
meaning
or a narrative or whatever, and that to me is a much better way to tell a video game story based on where your brain is when you're playing a video game. And it's subjective. If you like your narrative games, go with God, enjoy those. But, not me. Not me at this point.
Do you know who tells a great narrative?
Somebody in the chat, I'm sure you're about to say.
No.
Who? What is this?
My fellow citizens.
Pause for a minute. There's music in this, so you might want to turn it down. There's copyright music.
I'll turn it down.
This is the Battlefield trailer, Battlefield 6. We were going to get up and stream this, then I learned it was only a 2-minute trailer.
Yeah.
Next week is the 25th. I think it's 20. Next week, in about 5 days, they're doing the Battlefield multiplayer
gameplay
reveal
on July 31st.
Right, and then they're doing an open beta sometime soon after. It may even be next week. They may, after that, they may say open beta now available. And then they're doing, the rumor is looking like October 10th is what it sounds like the game's going to come out.
It seems like.
All this is right now is mostly cinematic. So go ahead and play it while we're talking.
I also want to point out they have 420,000 likes. Go ahead and like the stream, chat. Like, show your support, subscribe, click that notification bell.
But you got to turn it down, man.
All the way?
Yeah, because it's...
Say turn it off then.
No, just turn off the music.
The volume.
What I do like about this is they say that they are inspired by the movie Civil War that came out a few years ago.
Yep.
I like this is, there's clearly some terrorist attack. There's a offshoot of NATO that broke off of NATO, and they're the terrorists, and they're attacking America and other places. And so there are levels set in New York, which I like. They blow up. There's a level in San Francisco. I think that's New York probably. That's not the Golden Gate Bridge, but I like that. I like that. You're not just fighting in areas that are like other locations in the world that most people in America haven't been to, but you're fighting in your own backyard. I've always liked that kind of set design. It makes it hit home, obviously, a lot more.
Yeah. Was that Yosemite? That's cool.
Yeah, I think there's Egypt I noticed in here. I think I saw the pyramids in the background.
I thought I saw Vegas.
Oh, that would be a great set.
Vegas is a great
And obviously
location.
they're bringing their destruction back, and they're, getting rid of a lot of the kind of overly classed. Like, I couldn't get into the last two Battlefields. I was all about Call of Duty, and I still am. But what's interesting, though, come on, Jaffe. Well, I ate popcorn last night. What's interesting about this to me is that, that's cool. That's the, what bridge is that? I mean, it's New York, but it's the.
That's the.
What do they call that?
Bay Harbor Bridge or something like that? Like the fucking.
No idea.
No idea. The one that goes to Jersey.
Okay, but what's interesting to me about it is that they may. There's a vocal group. I don't know how big they are, complaining. If you go to the next story, you'll see about Call of Duty. and how Call of Duty.
About Call of Duty or about Battlefield?
Well, what's the next story? Click it.
Battlefield 6 open release trailer.
Yeah, click that.
From,
Get past that. That's all the stuff we just talked about. Same shit. We already covered it. But go to the next one, though, because there's a vocal group out there talking about sort of the idiocy of Call of Duty now with American Dad and Beavis and Butthead and Cheech and Chong and Jay and Silent Bob. And what the fuck are they doing? They're like Fortniting Call of Duty. I don't care because I don't have kind of a military fantasy, at least in the multiplayer when I'm playing Call of Duty. My character right now is a fucking wizard. I'm running around in a wizard hat and robe, and he's smoking pot when he gets the victory animation at the end of a match, right?
I do care.
But, well, okay, so what I'm going to say, though, is I do wonder how many people do care enough that maybe that is Battlefield's one of their aces. Because it doesn't look, if you go back to that trailer, I mean, obviously, if you look at the single-player Call of Duty as well, it doesn't, they played it pretty straight. But if you go back to that trailer, that may be a place where they can really go, we're not Arma, but we are going to give you the arcade fantasy of military combat, and we're willing to maybe lose some DLC that we could have sold crazy costumes for because we think we can kind of own this niche, which, I mean, that's not a bad place to be. Obviously, Call of Duty does what it does because it works, and it does what it does because they have to keep putting stuff in the store. And how many times can you build a realistic army outfit and somebody wants to buy it if it's just the helmet with a little bit of a different camo pattern? So, I don't know, but I'm still interested. I want to play it. Battlefield is probably going to be a little too squatty for me, though. Like it's a little, it's a little bit into that realm of MOBAs and stuff where people get pissed at you if you play it wrong, because it does require some coordination. And I think Call of Duty is a lot more fun if you just want to kind of get in for a few rounds and then go to bed. But I don't know. Which one of these are you more excited about would be my question. Technology.
It's got to be Battlefield.
One's in the chat if you're more excited for Battlefield or more excited for Call of Duty based on what you're hearing about the new Battlefield. You don't even need to poll. Just do ones and twos.
One Battlefield, two Call of Duty.
Yeah. I'm squarely in the two, but I'll still play the open beta. Hopefully it'll be out next week. We can play it next weekend and talk about it Monday. I haven't watched the new South Park yet, Jacob. We updated our Paramount. We resubbed to Paramount, but I haven't watched it yet. Here I saw some clips.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid, but people are gonna buy it, man. It works.
So
it
dumb.
totally works, right? All right, let's remind you that we are a show that lives and dies by your love, your notification bell being turned on, you hitting like in the chat, you subscribing, you becoming a member, you buying gift memberships. Now, God, I don't feel good. I feel fine, but I'm gassy. And also super chats.
Yeah.
Reach into your heart, your soul, your wallet, and support this fine show. We would appreciate it. Don't forget, if we get 69 members in a week, we'll watch the first 3 episodes in the Discord of Twisted Metal. You'll get to watch the goddamn Twisted Metal show with the guy who co-created it. You're not going to get that offer anywhere else. You're not going to get that fucking offer.
Who else co-created it?
Well, so certainly Scott Campbell, right, that I worked with up in... But
who was like the...
That's one. It depends what you're saying, right? So Kellen Hatch...
Who came up with the idea?
I did. But
you created it.
Well, that you got to be real careful with that. And that game doesn't exist in anything other than a nascent...
Yeah, but the idea is...
Okay, sure.
A David Jaffe idea.
Okay, and the execution is...
Sure.
Including their creativity and their vision and their inspirations.
Stuff, yeah.
That was me and Scott and Kellen and a whole host of other people.
Yeah.
But so I will always say I'm comfortable saying if they say you're the creator of God of War, I go, okay. I always make sure it's very clear. It's a team effort and there is no God of War. But the creator label works for that. But the co-creator for Twisted Metal makes more sense, I think, because of me and Scott and Kellen.
Okay. But when the idea came forth, it came forth because you had, here's an overarching idea.
Yeah. And the narrative and all that.
It was all David Jaffe brain.
Yeah, the IP is me.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that certainly
The
Kellen,
execution came through with a team.
That's right. That's right. And their own creativity. The cars, the weapons, the maps, all those things were things we did as a team.
There might be co-developer of the thing, but I would say you're the creator.
If you want to say I'm the IP creator, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think to say that the overall games, no, of course.
And you're comfortable saying that for God of War because
there were a lot of people, like I co-wrote the story with people, and obviously there were people like Charlie Wen and people like Ken Feldman and Tim Moss and Shannon, none of it works without these guys. But the essence of it from
God of War,
was started with me and ended with me.
There you go.
But we're talking IP at that point. So it's, you got to be careful because a lot of times people give out and take credit that isn't deserved, and it's really unfair.
But not you.
Well, no, not me, but that's why I talk about it a lot.
David K with $2 says,
"Thank you, buddy.
In all this time, did I at least entertain you?"
What do you mean in all this time? What's with the cryptic horse shit,
I don't
David
know.
K? Knock
Thank
it
you, David
off.
K. Awesome.
We
Tatum.
love that you're part of our community, and yes, you're entertaining, and you will be here entertaining us. Don't write shit like that and get me all worried, you son of a bitch. And all this time, did I at least entertain you?
Thank you, David K.
Stick around, pal.
Awesome Tatum with $2 says, "For my dark soul."
Thank you, Awesome Tatum. We appreciate it very, very, very much. Thanks, pal.
New super chatter Zarknon
is here.
for $5 says, "Discovered you guys through your recent stream with Paul's Ego and already can't get enough of these streams. Keep up the good work."
Thank you, pal. Thank you,
you.
Zargon, Lord Zargon from the Alpha Centauri system. We appreciate the support. Glad to have you here.
Beta Centauri.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Um.
Speaking about creating stuff,
Yeah.
you created a little bit of a hate factory for you, Jaffe.
Oh, is this the Destin thing?
Yeah.
Before, let me. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Set it up.
So Jaffe went on a show with a guy named Destin,
Yeah.
who is best known for working for a more popular thing.
No. That's bullshit. Destin's a great guy. Destin was at IGN for a long time.
Yeah.
He had his own channel, which has been very successful, and then he left IGN, I think is good advice. And he started his own Patreon, which I assume is doing really well. And
He was there 9 years, is that right?
I don't know, but
Something
he's a games journalist. Yeah.
Yeah, not as long as Enrique from IGN.
Okay.
Enrique was their first janitor. He stayed until they closed.
They haven't closed.
They closed.
Okay.
They don't exist no more.
Keep going.
Anyways, Jaffe goes on this talk show with Mr. Destin, talking about the Stop Killing Games initiative, right? The petition over there in the UK about making sure that there is no, what would you call it? Kind of like something obsolescence. It's
what, planned obsolescence?
Yeah, planned obsolescence in video games that are potentially going to be multiplayer games that are requiring online services or whatever, allowing you to play your games when the company goes down. So the thing you bought is still your thing even after the company can't keep it running.
Yeah.
So Jaffe has some takes on it in relation to, if there is a mandate from the government that requires you to design your game this way, it takes away from the freedom to build your art the way you want to, right?
And where you want to put your very financially valuable resources.
Yeah. It'd be similar, and this is a take that I saw, not from this discussion, but from another discussion you had before. If someone sold you like a sandcastle, a very pretty sandcastle, that sandcastle will go away one day, right? But you might still appreciate the art enough to say it's temporary.
Sure.
The artist designed it to be temporary. You bought it because it was sold to you as this is temporary. You should make the understanding that you may enjoy this art for a limited period of time, but it's yours for while it's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we had some comments from that video.
Well, on that video that Dustin put up, so he extracted the call-in I did with him, and he put it up, and that was fine, and but I wanted to address some of the comments that I just thought were really fucking stupid. This one comes from Is Turbo. First opening moments, Jaffe says, "I don't like government intervention unless it's what I believe in. Every time with these types of people. They will support wielding of the cudgel against you while advocating against it when it suits their needs.
302 likes.
Right, but it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. He has there's no evidence in that discussion with Destin of that I had basically said I want government intervention on just the stuff I like. I do think most people would say they like government intervention when it serves their needs, but I have been...
The comment they're referencing...
Well, hang on. I have been nothing but vocal in all kinds of topics that in a democratic republic, there are going to be things that get passed that you don't like, but the nature of being in a government or a society like this is that's how it goes. But I don't like government intervention unless you're talking about... things that people are genuinely getting hurt by. So we talked about seatbelts, for example.
Yeah, there was a conversation about like vehicles and government, like, you know, public safety. The government should probably step up to ensure the public is safe, even if it means that there's more government overreach and what you can and can't buy.
And it costs the cars more to do it.
Build it.
Yeah.
Because
there are lives at stake. And, you know, now whether or not there should be able to be a seatbelt law that you have to wear it, unless the logic is that you are a human projectile if you're ejected out of the car, and there is a large percentage of cases where people have hurt innocents as being a human projectile. Short of that, I'm like, hey, if you don't want to wear a seatbelt, what the fuck do I care? But it should come with the car.
That argument comes from if you're in a minor fender bender that could jostle you out of your seat, you then become unable to control your vehicle.
Okay, so yeah,
so you're more likely to be able to control your vehicle.
Okay, fine. So yeah, there are regulations that are necessary, but I think we should have as few as possible. And in this case, I think it doesn't even matter. The point in this case, I don't think we should have them. But this guy just putting me in this bucket, it's a little,
he's like, you can't be nuanced, David Jaffe. There's no space for nuance, is what essentially he's saying.
Yeah, and we discuss this a lot as it relates to how to present myself on the internet to people.
Yeah.
And you would prefer I don't call people like this obnoxious and stupid. But ultimately,
when
this guy's obnoxious and stupid, or he's just ignorant. He probably isn't stupid, but it's like, don't put me in this fucking bucket. I'm the guy who says the government should stay the fuck away. If people are in the goddamn KKK or in the goddamn neo-Nazi party and they want to march in public spaces, they should have a right to do it. I despise them.
We would say this guy is close-minded to conversation.
I think he's not closed-minded. I think he already has a list of the buckets he puts people in.
And he's not willing to open his mind. That's closed-minded. That's the definition.
Well, I don't know if it's closed-minded. I think he's just committed to his...
select few amount of things that he's willing to put things into. That's closed-minded.
I think it's lazy. I think he
maybe, but
regardless, I don't like him. Fuck you, as Turbo.
Fuck this guy. Also, Rocker Matt says, at Jaffe and Tech, are we doing the Horrible Bosses tonight after Madhouse? I said yes to that earlier.
Well, we're doing pot, so
yeah, I'll play Horrible Bosses after we go.
Yeah.
Madhouse.
Tonight's pot and popcorn.
And then the donation goal is for all of the Twisted Metal.
Fine, all
episodes.
Of them. Yeah, great.
Not just the first 3. So if we get the goal, we will watch the first 3 after release. And then when they come out,
they come out every week after that.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end of a show or at the end of a week.
Yeah.
Next one.
You know what? Says Mecha Robots. This is great having a chat instead of watching clips or videos of each other and firing. Well, yeah, sure. This is nice.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not all.
Thanks, Mecha Robots. I agree.
It's not all horrible things. There's been a huge amount of content put out there about, I'm going to make an attack video. You know who does that? Veradark. You know who does that? Like the other streamers that are like, this guy is so idiotic. And then, I'm responding to that idiotic claim this person made.
Speaking of Veradark and this, can you do me a quick favor and...
check out her OnlyFans?
Do you have my Twitter?
Yeah.
Go to my Twitter.
Live on air?
Yeah. Basically, if you sign into Twitter as me... and then you search my name and go to latest. That's what I want you to look up and show people. I can't see your names. It's somebody 42. Why not both stupid and lazy? It could be both, but I don't think the other guy was stupid. I think ignorance a better word for him.
Why are you tagged in this?
What?
Oh, what the fuck? What is Jaffe World?
Oh, that's not me. That's somebody else. Look, it's the one where it should say you muted this person or something. Just bring it up on the screen. There's nothing bad.
I don't see it. There's a lot of things from latest.
It should be. Vera Dark posted this costume of Eve that somebody had modded, and it was like it was like Eve dressed up in Stellar Eve, like a cow in a little bikini.
How do you spell Vera Dark?
I don't know. I'll just tell you the story at this point. I'm going to the library. Oh, fun. Okay, baby. And somebody commented like, "Oh, this is the kind of shit that Jaffe would fucking hate," and all this stuff. And I wrote the guy, and I'm like, dude, I have no problem with this. I like this. The reason I bring it up though is it's just when you're saying people make attack videos, it's like I don't want to complain anymore about it. We know there's no nuance on the internet. So if you're here and you're listening and you're giving us a shake, thank you. I appreciate it. There's nothing. I'm never going to be able to push back the wall of people who are just too lazy to do their own research. And at that point, you have two choices when you do what we do. You can either always walk the line to make sure you offend no one, or you just got to hope that people that you care about that want to support you are willing to do a little bit of digging to go, that's not what Jaffe thinks at all. Because anybody who thinks I don't like overt sexuality in video games, as long as it's not sexist, is a fucking moron, and they haven't been paying attention to me. So, okay. Well, let's move on.
Here's the next one.
Of course, David Jaffe is against stop killing games. I am not shocked. Because there's this assumption that I'm this kind of corporate guy and I only care what the corporation wants. And again, this guy's a fucking moron. It's absolutely ridiculous. I am pro-consumer. But pro-consumer doesn't mean the customer is always right in every fucking situation. And the customer doesn't always know the ramifications of some of this legislation. For example, today is the first day that the UK's internet, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, right? The UK's internet policy, and it's going to affect companies all over the world because even though it's a UK rule, if they have a large percentage of folks in the UK, they can still be fined, I believe, by this outside agency, and it's causing all kinds of problems. Its heart is in the right place, which is we don't want kids to get access to things that kids should not have access to.
Is this the new online safety rules for the UK?
Yeah. And but between that, and between what's happening with itch.io just pulled all their, or a lot of their adult games. Steam is pulling their adult games. And this is America, and they're doing it because there are companies. There was this group in Australia that made a big stink and wrote to Visa and MasterCard and all the credit card companies and said, you guys know you're making money off these awful, awful, awful games. And it's like, okay, there's a big difference between a game being sold that is a game that allows you to participate in something like, harming children, and a game that's just a super porny fucking video game for 18 and over. But no one's got the money or time to go through and make those assessments and all that. So they just pull it, right? So this idea that I'm against stop killing games and he's not shocked because I'm just this corporate shill. I don't know maybe this guy's 12. I don't fucking know. But what's it going to take for people to understand that, this is nuanced shit. You're talking about a multi-billion dollar industry. You're talking about so much fucking money and so many different people involved that the idea that it's just black or white, it isn't. And I mean, I don't know, Tech, let me ask you this question, but what do you do with people like this? Do you ignore them? Do you put all your content behind a private thing and just go, look, I don't want to
Nah. Let them yell from the bleachers as we become the best showman available.
do. Okay.
The crowd will laugh at them too. We laugh at them. The crowd laughs
I
at
don't
them.
laugh at them, and they make me sad. They're the people that elect really stupid people.
What do you think because his name is White Ink 47.
Yeah.
What do you think that's the 47's for?
Trump,
You think so?
47th president.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he was 45 and 47.
I think so. Code 47,
I don't know what that is.
Star Trek.
I don't know what that is.
It means it's only available to high-ranking officers.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
And
All
then
right, let's keep going.
it's like a Freemason call as well. So possibly, who knows?
I thought you got called out by a dev, not a clown. That clown would be me. No, it's not nuanced. I gave corporate money for a product, and they should not be able to take the product back without handing me my money back. You're an idiot. This is the problem with it. See, what do I do with these people? You know why he's an idiot, Tech? Can you tell me why this guy's an idiot?
Because he doesn't understand that you may give someone $20 for a nice ice cream sundae. That's only temporary, Jaffe. That experience is temporary. The games are sold as temporary. They're not sold as long form, the rest of your life. Put this in your fucking house.
And not only that,
yeah.
but he clicked on a button that said, I agree to these terms of service.
Yeah.
Now, do I think the terms of service are bullshit?
A little bit.
More often than not.
Yeah.
Do I think they're written in such a way and at such length to confuse people and make people say, fuck it, I don't care? Absolutely. Am I grateful that there have been some regulations, including in America, that now force Steam when you buy a game to make it clear, hey, you're buying a license? I love that. But this guy attacking me personally because I had the wherewithal to understand how business works and what I'm signing, and he didn't. This guy, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. Because you got bamboozled and hoodwinked and Plymouth Rocked, and now you are blaming me for simply making it clear that you were too short-sighted or stupid or ignorant or lazy that you chose to sign this thing. Well, I shouldn't have to. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't, but you did. And in that, you're the clown, is what I would say.
I'm hitting the dislike.
Hit that dislike.
Also, Agent 47 from Hitman. Could have been the
Could have been that too.
the reference. Heller She 81.
Are Tech and I living together in sin?
In sin.
Tech is dating my daughter, and my daughter moved back in, and Tech is kind of had to come with her. He's all stuck to her now.
I'm part of the program. I don't want to compromise on my artistic vision. Minutes later, I don't care they can't play it anymore. Does David want people to see his artistic vision or not?
Those two things can both be true. I would
Yeah.
rather my artistic vision not be compromised. And if it's not compromised and it means it goes into a list of things that will eventually no longer be playable, depending on the game we're talking about, oh well. And again, I don't want my games to not be playable, but I'd rather that happen than the government come in and say, this is how you have to make your games. Eric says, but you didn't answer his claim, Jaffe. He's just saying whatever it is now should be changed. No, he's not.
The Stop Killing Games guy?
The guy before.
No, that's what he's referencing. He's
No,
saying
he's referencing the guy before that you disliked his comment.
whatever it is now should be changed.
Go back.
Well, again, what I'm telling you, this one?
Yeah, I gave corporate money for a product, and they should not be able to take the product back without handing me my money back.
Yeah, which is in congruence with what the Stop Killing Games project is, which is not retroactively going back and fixing the problem. It's for future productions to have that be the change.
I understand, but
he's in favor of that change happening in the future.
Okay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I am also in favor of of it not being a license, but I'm not in favor of them having to keep the game up unless that's something they as a company choose to do. It's not that I don't think they should choose to do it. I just don't want the government making that decision for developers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nuanced. And in that, This guy's like, it's not nuanced. You're a clown. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. You're just not smart enough to talk to me. Jacob says, I can't play Drawn to Death. That's frustrating. What's your stance on your own game?
Sucks.
Yeah, it'd be fun if it was still up, but that's not, you know.
We should play it together.
We can't.
Why not?
Because it requires all kinds of back-end shit, and Sony took all that stuff down because it was costing more money to run
Let's
it.
change it.
How do you want to change it?
Let's find the source files. And
Somebody
stuff.
can do it. I don't want to do that. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Let's get the community behind it. We'll get the source files.
I don't want to, I have too many things to do.
Well, they can do it for us.
But
Jacob also says I'm going to marry to the family for money. No.
okay.
Jaffe's daughter's cooler than Jaffe.
You got him right. But yeah, it would be great if all those old games could still be played. But I don't really, it doesn't bother me all that much. No. Wouldn't the government be doing that because of the demand of the people if it happened? Perhaps, but the people don't understand is my point. That's why I'm against the initiative as it is right now. Fundamentally, look, here's the deal. What you also have to understand. The number of people that really give a shit about this is minor compared to the number of people that are buying and playing games, okay? If the number of people that were really upset that they can't play The Crew anymore, I mean, how many people were fucking playing The Crew in the fucking first place? I understand it's the principle of the thing. But what I'm saying to you, though, is if enough people had a problem, these companies would go out of business. Right? And maybe that is what's happening with Ubisoft, with their 5 million soft sales of Assassin's Creed. Maybe what is happening with Ubisoft is people are going, it may not be the stop killing games part of it, but there's just a sense of the corporate greed overreach has gotten in the way of my enjoyment of my purchase or my rental or whatever you want to call it. And I think that's exactly how it should work. And maybe one could even argue that the Asmongold's of the world or the Grumses of the world have a disproportionate amount of power, not because of what they're saying is accurate, but because they are tapping into a resentment towards greed and corporate overreach. And in that, the companies should suffer. I think that's delightful. That's how it's supposed to work. I just don't want the government coming in. In fact, it's exactly what's happening today in the UK, where people in the games industry are going, this issue was mostly designed for social media, for people posting gruesome images, sexual images, pedophiles connecting with people on Instagram and all that shit. But because the government doesn't really know the difference between a fucking video game and a website, everybody got put into it. And now a lot of these indie game devs, like take a game like Peak.
Yep.
I don't know where Peak is published, so I don't know if they'll get hit. But they're a tiny little fucking group of people making this game. Based. Okay, and so suddenly now they have to have the money to jump through all of this regulation. And some of these companies have already, if you go over to them and they put up, Kotaku has an article on it's a website that does like Rule 34, right? So it's just like tons of video game porn. And they're like, we're just basically blocking anybody from the UK now because we can't afford
to go back into the back end and make it
it's like, you know, and so the idea that Eric's saying, well, isn't that if the government wants it? If the government understood and it was a deep dive into how is this going to affect everybody.
Yeah. When it comes to like government stuff, it is super weird. Someone released a study, I think in 2019, that showed the...
By the way, Grape King says, I'm not getting The Crew Motorfest, which is an excellent game, by the way, until they add offline. Great. That's how it should be.
They did a study on the votes in terms of Congress and the House of Representatives, like them voting on bills.
They haven't read half of them.
Well, if a topic has like 4% public opinion support, 30% chance it'll pass. And if it has like 98% public opinion support, like 32% chance it'll pass.
Okay.
There is no like direct line in U.S. politics where public opinion is influencing Congress to move in any direction.
No.
outside of like what the party leaders are saying. This is what we should do. That'll get more influence.
Right, because they'll say if this doesn't pass or does pass, we're going to lose elections.
Yeah, that's the main factor for them.
No, the
So
lobbyists.
it's not really about like, oh, the people want this and so they're going to vote for that. No, it's the lobbyists. It's going to be that. Like essentially, if there's a games lobby in the UK or in the US that's like, you gotta fucking kill this bill. I don't care if there's like 2 billion signatures from every gamer in the world.
Yeah, we want it. Now, to UK's credit, they have been much better on this than America. And it's not a dictatorship. It's a, what do they call it when the corporations rule? It's
not autocracy. It's a cyberpunk 2077.
Corpocracy or something. There's a name for it.
There's a name for it. This comment up next.
This is David's biggest issue. He assumes rather than verifies. Well, first off, the word you're looking for is THAN, not Ian. That's number one. That's maybe your biggest issue is you don't know what word you're using.
Yeah.
But the second one, though...
Should have verified the word.
He assumes rather than verifies. What am I assuming?
There was a section where you said, I'm assuming the direction of this petition is this. Which I think the statement you made was, I'm assuming the direction is to have developers build this up in the future, right? And then he heard you say assume, and he's like, I'm going to type this. I'm going to type out this response. But it was correct. Yeah, it's for future planning of games that they should include an offline thing. Yeah, so he was just commenting to kind of get under your skin.
Okay. Yeah, Justin says, y'all know you don't really own anything you buy. Yeah, well, some people don't.
Yeah.
Look, it's 2 men hashing things out face-to-face and respectfully instead of sniping back and forth. Yeah, that's what it should be, but there's no real money in that, so we do this instead. I think my issue is Jaffe talks of this like an artistic issue when this is a product and service issue. People paid for a service or product to function and to gain access to it, but when it loses core functionality, that's not an art issue. That's a product service issue. It's just simply you're wrong. It's not quite a consumer issue how the budget is spent, but it becomes a problem if the product is designed to fall apart with no recourse to keep some semblance of functionality. You would be right if that was the deal they made with you. That's not the deal they made with you. Stop signing terms of service that don't support your view, aggressive depression, and you'll be fine. But I can't play my games then. Yeah, I know. So, welcome to fucking capitalism. You either want it bad enough that you're willing to eat the shit sandwich that comes with it, or you're not. But don't shoot the messenger, a.k.a. me. Don't fucking agree to buy games that do that. All right, let's keep going.
That's it.
All right, what's next?
Next is, I don't know if you've seen this. I think you have because you sent it to me.
We already talked about that. That's the UK thing. Got marbled into what we just said.
It's this one.
Right. Jacob says, if we don't sign, there's only 10% of the games I can play. Yeah. Find another hobby. I already talked about this.
We've talked about all these, actually.
Yeah. And I don't mean that. And I don't mean that to you. I'm not being a dick to you, Jacob. I don't mean that like, sucks to be you, Jacob. I'm saying, yes, that's the situation we're in that we've allowed ourselves to get in. And the only real way out of it is to basically go, I'll take a little bit of a hit for the greater good, and we'll put these companies out of business till they stop doing shit like this. Okay.
Did you hear that Silver Surfer and Beta Ray Bill will join Marvel Cosmic Invasion roster?
Yeah, I have a trailer for this. I am very excited for this game. Part of it is because I'm pumped on Marvel because of the movie last night. But this is also done by don't play it yet though. This is also done by, I want to say it's the developers that did Shredder's Revenge, which is a great retro beat 'em up. All of the press that got to play this over the summer said that this was absolutely excellent. And it ticks all the nostalgia boxes. It's online. I think it's 4 players. I love when Marvel does games like this too, because it's not just the A-list characters. It's Beta Ray Bill is in it, and the Silver Surfer is in it. And so this is just a minute trailer. I thought we could watch it together and just see if you guys are excited as I am. I think this is coming out for all the consoles. I don't know if there's crossplay or not, but I hope so. But let's watch this right now.
Marvel Games. Volume or no volume?
Volume.
I like the art
Oh,
style.
Ghost Rider. Is Ghost Rider in this? I think he might be. Nova, Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider. Well, I don't know about Ghost Rider. She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. There's a whole list. I'll tell you the list so far. Rocket is in it. Rocket Raccoon.
Did you know the surfboard's not a part of his body?
Of course. Oh, look, Galactus in the back.
Cosmic shockwave. Accept defeat.
Oh, hella.
All right, pause for a minute. So what do we got? We got Venom, Cap, Storm, Silver Surfer,
She-Hulk, Wolverine.
Nova. That's like female
who's
Nova.
this?
That's she cost 1 in Marvel Snap.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't remember. Her name.
And Spidey, of course. Who is? Yeah, I don't. You can go down to the story I sent. That's not Yeah, it's not Captain Marvel. That's some Nova. It's a woman Nova, I think. Is that
Here?
a guy or a girl?
This looks like a girl.
Okay, so I don't know who the female Nova is, but I know who that character is because I really never understood the value of her in Marvel Snap. But if you close this window, and go down, it'll tell you the characters that are listed so far.
We have Captain America, Silver Surfer, Venom, Beta Ray Bill, Rocket Raccoon, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Nova, Annihilus,
Maybe. No.
Phyla Vel, She-Hulk, and Storm.
Yeah, I don't know. And there are supposed to be some more that are coming. So hang on a sec. Later this year, PS5, Xbox XS, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We played the game last month, and they said it was excellent. So the other thing I want to say, though, is, and you really do. I don't think enough people give enough kudos and love to Marvel games. When you think about these guys, I mean, it's, yes, Insomniac, right? Sure. So all the Insomniac games so far, Guardians of the Galaxy, excellent fucking game. Marvel Snap, excellent fucking game. Marvel Midnight Suns, not only was it an excellent game, but it was a game that was so fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And it was so focused on one of the things that make Marvel great, which is the interaction between the characters, that I can't believe they actually fucking greenlit that fucking game. But it was a great game. And then I don't play their mobile games, but people say their mobile games are really good, and they just put out another one. So I think the guy's name is Bill Roseman or Rossman, who runs it. I don't think I would be very good at getting back into video games at that level anyway, but people ask me all the time, would you go back into games? If Marvel Games called me, I mean,
should we reach out?
No, because I don't want to go work in games. I want to do this. But I'm just saying that company, like, I wonder why I don't see more, deep dives from an IGN or Game Informer, which I'm so happy they're back, or whatever, right? Because who's batting at that batting average right now, right? I mean, they're doing it well. They're doing it smart.
Do you remember I think it's an Avengers game or something.
That was terrible.
It's on the helicarrier, and you can go to Thor's room and try and pick up his Mjolnir.
Yeah, this is the one that came out from Square Enix. That was a pretty shit game.
That game was eh.
Yeah, that was shit. Okay. That person's the daughter of Captain Marvel. Okay, not the female.
Phyla Vel.
Okay, got it.
Makes sense.
Jaffe, let's speculate on what Corey's game is. Schreier said it was not a new IP, but it might feel like one. I have no idea. I mean, we can speculate. My assumption on that would be that is he doing the new God of War 2.5D game, but probably not. And at that point, no one said it's a Sony IP, so it could be. I was talking to Colin about this, right? My understanding is Schreier didn't say he's working on a video game IP that Sony owns, and so I know Corey's been into Willow for a very, very long time, that Lucas Ron Howard thing.
Yep.
Maybe that, or the Goonies, or it could be anything. So, I have no clue what he's working on.
Developer insists a glossed up version of Daggerfall's aesthetic was invented by AI.
Oh, well, click on this thing. Go down to have you guys, is this just my feed, or is everybody, go down a little bit more. Has everybody been seeing this tweet? Click that, from Tim Soret, who I've been trying to get on the show to talk about his game, which still isn't out yet. Have you seen this on your feed?
I have.
Yeah, this came out and people were like, oh my God, I want a game like this. And I'm kind of looking at it and I think it looks cool, but I don't really get, there are games like this. I mean, what do you, so my first question is, what are people reacting to that they've never, is it just a nice little piece of art, or what is the big deal on this?
Do you know what Daggerfall is?
Of course.
Okay. I think that people are saying that this style would fit Daggerfall being reinvented.
I see.
Right? As the reboot, because they did Oblivion recently, right? Oblivion got remastered.
There's laid off a bunch of people from that studio.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's an argument that Morrowind is next, and then they're going to go into Daggerfall.
Okay.
Which would be crazy if we get Morrowind remastered before we get the new Elder Scrolls. I think I said this before. I'm taking like 2 days off whenever the new Elder Scrolls game comes out. I need
Why
to.
should those days be different than any other day?
Shut the fuck.
You want to lay down and play it, maybe?
I'll play it on stream.
Sure.
I'll do a fucking 20-hour marathon stream.
Now,
of
I
that
did
game.
put up the next link is a video. Now, there are other ones that look better than this, but one guy did put this up and say, I see, fuck you, Eric, I see a lot of great things. Now, this isn't exactly, but, it's kind of. I don't know what this is called. What's it called?
Eclipsium.
Hey, Jay Styles. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the gifted membership, Jay. We appreciate it. Update that goddamn thing, Tech. Update the big board. It's cool looking though, whatever it is. I think there's a lot, Shut up, Eric. You fuck.
Eclipsium.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot I'm excited about. I'm playing an amazing game called Fretless right now. I just said I'm excited for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Just because All right, let's keep going.
I do want to say on this game here again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no audio.
Yeah, this isn't a game. This is just some AI.
If it was a game,
yeah,
I think this would be interesting. Right, from a gameplay perspective on the actual world, right? Because the off in the distance, like image, right? I'll let it play so we can see the movement.
Make it bigger.
That's
good. That's fine. Let's get the idea. Go ahead.
So the idea of the world directly in front of you is generated, and the background image increasingly changes as you get closer to it or farther from it, because that's an image, right? There's no way that's like
which thing, the castle
and the woods.
Yeah, it's all layered cards.
It's layered cards, yeah, but
I mean not all of it, but a lot
from a design perspective, how interesting would it be mechanically that image adjusts as you get closer to it, and then eventually you're in that space, like that church, where the fuck is way over on the hill.
Sure, but what's different about that and it being 3D?
Well, 3D, you're kind of just like rendering the...
No, but in terms of gameplay, it's still a thing I see in the distance and I go to it.
I think the art of that design mechanically is something that's interesting to play with.
I mean, we honestly, not to toot our own horns, I mean, we did that with Drawn to Death. We had a lot of flat, because it was hand-drawn.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of basically what are nothing like facades in a play.
Yeah.
And you just move through them, and then they kind of re-render when you're closer. What shirt is that?
I bought her that.
What's it say though?
It says Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo, cool. But yeah, I think you know what I would like to see is, I remember being a kid, and I'm not one of these guys that the good old days are the good old days, but in this case, the good old days that I had are better than yours.
Not mine.
Yeah.
My life was amazing.
Listen, before I say it, look up, just type in original cover Elfstones of Shannara or Shannara, whatever the fuck it's called. Because fantasy and science fiction novel covers used to be so fun and so inspiring, and now they've all become. In Barnes and Noble, get a big one. Go to another one. Like, do the tool that says large, but whatever. But Barnes and Noble said, yeah, we don't want that anymore. That doesn't sell. We like this minimalistic bullshit.
The covers?
Yeah, now go look up Elfstones of Shannara, just like if you were to buy it today. Don't show my Amazon account, but
Yeah.
because for me, I would love like that when I was like 9 or 10 years old, that cover, and the book was too advanced for me to read at 9 or 10. It was so evocative and it was so transportive in my imagination. And now this stuff just looks so boring. Like, look at that. What is that, right?
Yeah.
And so I would love a game that was like, we want it to look like the kind of 70s, early 80s sci-fi fantasy covers, like the one I just showed you. I think that would be a neat art style to kind of go for. But Faxanadu cover was just, if I remember, a shield with 2 swords through it on the NES, right? I believe.
I think so.
Okay. All right, well, let's keep rolling. Let's keep moving.
Well, next topic I have here is... what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't remember what I put there. Oh, there's a few trailers I'd like to watch with you guys. Hey, Joey Bag of Donuts. Welcome back, buddy. We haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Thank you for joining and rejoining the Diet Soda Soldiers. You have now kicked us up to 4. We have 1 week to make it to 69 members, and Joey has done the heavy lifting and gotten us a little bit closer. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Donuts.
Thank you, guys.
Stay
now,
interactive.
there's a couple trailers I want to look at. The reason I'm interested in this one, I do like Hellraiser, but I also like that it is a mainstream horror themed game that's not asynchronous. I'm so fucking tired with everything ripping off Dead by Daylight. Friday the 13th did it, and Evil Dead did it, and they get all the licenses in those games. This is a single player game. I've only seen a little bit of the trailer. I'd like to watch the trailer with you guys and talk about it.
Is the trailer in here?
Yeah, it's right there.
All right.
Go Bigoto.
We're going to watch it on YouTube. I'll pause
Go
this.
Bigoto.
You have a void. A desirous, gaping heart. It thirsts for excruciating
good.
pleasure.
Yeah, there's no gameplay,
The
though.
very thing we offer.
I don't even know who you play in this game. Do you play one of the Cenobites or what?
Is hellbound.
Or her?
Follow her.
Oh, you follow
For
her.
we have such sights to show you.
Oh, there's loads. It's first person. You're playing the guy going to get your girl. Cool. This is awesome. See, Eric, I can like things, you whore.
Revival.
Okay, what do you mean, why did they censor it? Who did? Addy Pie? I ain't play. Go back to the story, though. I want to see what the collector's edition gets you. Not that I buy those things, but... Oh, yeah, Jacob. No, fuck async. I can't handle that. Yeah, click that. Let's make that big. Let's see what it comes with.
Does not make it big.
Right-click it.
Like this one?
Yeah, now zoom in. Okay, what do you get? You get a statue with a puzzle box. You get the game.
You get the game. You get the official art book. You get a fine art print, digital soundtrack. You get the box it comes in.
Yeah.
And then a trading card pack.
God, it's so dumb.
Trading
Such
cards, Jaffe.
crap. You know, somebody should enter, like, you know, I don't know. Some people like this stuff. But I'm excited for the game, though. Very, very excited for the game. Addy Pie, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean, why did they censor it? he at the bottom he says IGN has the trailer, but plays. Oh, well, I don't fucking know and care. I won't be playing it on that anyway. But yeah, no, that looks really good. Now I also put up. I think IGN dropped 10 minutes. Is that the next thing of Chronos? Let's talk to the chat for a little bit because we're about to dive into a 10-minute gameplay chunk of the new game from the Silent Hill 2 remake team, the Chronos game. What are they? Team Bloober.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for. I haven't watched this trailer. I figured we watch it together. Yeah, I agree, Morgan, when it comes to the collector's edition that the soundtrack shouldn't be digital. I mean, it should be both because who's got a CD player? But maybe vinyl or something.
Now you like vinyl.
As something that you're going to charge me. Like I got that Fall of Avalon collector's edition they sent me for free, right? Yeah. And it's cool, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, if you're really like, if I'm really into the game, like I almost bought after watching Fantastic Four last night, and I still may pull the trigger today. It's only $25, but McFarlane has a Thing statue. And I'm like, oh, I've always loved the Thing. He's one of my top 5 heroes. And I'm like, okay.
Does he have the...
Not the beard, no. No, it's like classic Thing. And I'm just like, so I get having that stuff, but when I look at like the Hellraiser, wouldn't you rather have like one of the Cenobites or something? Like if you're going to put that on display? Like I love this fucking thing. It has to be
Pinhead.
I'm just going to go to Lynx for all my future statue needs
there
at this point. Look at this beautiful. I still can't get over how good this fucking thing. Give me a close-up. Give me a close-up. Well, fuck, it's hard to tell because this camera's not very good on this camera, but this camera's not very... The resolution's not very good on this camera. It's so beautiful. And she made us a Bloodborne one you guys have seen. I don't think I've brought out the Supergirl one in a while.
No.
We need to do something...
But you really like this one.
I love Art the Clown.
Yeah.
And I love, the teeth are all still... The way she painted it looks all moist and... The blood looks all still slick and wet and stuff. It's really nice, I love stuff like this. The older I get, the more I want stuff like this. I got rid of a lot of it when I was and I'm still in my minimalist phase, but I like statues now more than I used to. That's for fucking sure.
You want to watch this? Yeah,
give me a second. Let me put these on. Hang on. All right. I'm not a fan of Hellraiser, says Eric. But I'd play the game. Jaffe, do you think it's common for people to get into an IP through a game and then jump into the rest? Yeah, it's becoming more common, probably, because there's more licensed properties like that. But I don't have any stats for that. You hated Terrifier? Oh man, I loved it. But wait, where'd it go? Joey, my top 5 heroes: Superman, Spider-Man, Captain America, The Thing, Doctor Strange. But I mean,
interesting.
I'd have to think about it. But certainly Superman, Spider-Man. No, that's right.
Batman's not up there.
No. I don't. I mean, Batman's great. He's fine, but I'm not a huge Batman guy.
I love him.
Yeah, a lot of people love Batman.
Yeah.
I find Batman childish.
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Mr. Terrific, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to guess the 5th one.
Punisher?
No, why Punisher?
I'm just guessing. I don't fucking know.
Because guns?
Yeah.
No, I don't like guns. In comics, they're bad.
Let me guess. Mr. Fantastic.
Beast Boy.
Eh.
You don't like Beast Boy?
He's fine.
Copy the genetic code and transform his form. He's fucking cool. Better than form of a bucket of water. Those two are fucking bad.
I mean, that's bullshit.
Yeah, if you're going to do a shapeshifter, do it right.
I love Wonder Woman too, but Wonder Woman has had so many variants. I did start reading... Morgan says X-Men. I started, I for whatever reason, X-Men never... I liked them, but they were always fine when they appeared as co-stars in other people's books. I never went out of the way to read the X-Men.
I did.
I know a lot of people did.
Yeah.
But I started reading the new X-Men series last night on Marvel Unlimited, and it's great. It's really, really good.
Yeah, so. I think we were talking earlier a month ago when I first came in to the move. I I was big on the Avengers before.
Oh, I was too.
The
Yeah.
cinematic universe, and we had the same opinion. They announced the Avengers were going to be the
no one's
leading.
gonna make an Avengers
Yeah, I was
movie.
like, who the fuck's gonna watch the Avengers? This
Yeah.
never sold. Whenever I would go out to the comic book store and I'd go buy some, they'd be like, "You like this?" I was like, "Yeah, I like it." So you're not gonna get like the X-Men? I was like,
I love the Avengers.
I'm gonna get them too.
But I'm looking for the trade paperback. I need to get it soon. There is, I think Jerry Dugan is the writer, and I actually reached out to him to write Drawn to Death, and the schedules didn't match up. But he also wrote Nova, the kind of the young kid version of Nova.
Yeah.
But he does a version of the Avengers. I think they're called the Savage Avengers, and it's got Conan the Barbarian. What? And the Punisher and Wolverine, and there's like 2 other ones that are just like the bloodiest, guttiest Marvel heroes. And I haven't read it yet, but I'm very curious how the fuck they got Conan the goddamn Barbarian on the Avengers. But they did. They did. All right.
David Jaffe is my favorite superhero.
You goddamn right.
He
Let's
made
go.
my favorite games of all time. He's a legend. That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Kronos.
Let's watch this. Why don't we go big screen on this, or whatever you want? I don't care.
We can actually. I just have to set it up.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, so I figured we could see it big. And let's move the chat off so I can see it. And we'll just talk about it as we watch.
I should be able to do. Hold on. This. You're gonna see me do this real time, chat.
Wow,
That's what
it's so
editing's for.
advanced. I did not like Fantastic Four more than Superman, but I did very much enjoy. I definitely think Fantastic Four is worth seeing, but I don't think it's a great movie. But it's got tons of greatness in it.
We're gonna watch it in
That's what I would
4K
All right, here we go.
with your 1080p TV.
Fine with me.
I'm interested.
Oh, Sector A-O, of course.
I've
Of course.
entered the A0 sector.
Zero. I meant.
A0.
That's what I meant.
There's
to
a
say.
dot in the center. Makes it a 0.
Heading forward.
Hey, Thick Gemini. Good to see you, bud. Thank you for the redirect last night. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Thick Gemini.
Head for the hospital.
Abandon ye who enter here.
Okay, 3D space gravity mechanics.
Threads that used to bind the world together are snapping there in Sector A0.
It looks really pretty. Ooh, cool, cool. Cool. Ooh, cool.
Chaos looms
I hope that's not editing, but that's gameplay.
I think this is just gameplay.
No, but in terms of like, you do jump between realities like that. I can't imagine they're not doing that. Why would they show that?
I think they do.
That looks awesome. That's cool too. You got to kind of solve the layout.
Yeah, another gravity well.
I'm gonna get so lost in this game,
Oh, yeah.
which is not a good thing. Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
I like the gun change mechanic. It's a futuristic transformation of your tool.
I like that he's playing on top of a stereo equalizer. That's fun. Senior Ricketts, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Very much appreciated, my good sir.
It was a gifted membership by Thick Gemini.
Thank you, Thick Gemini, for that. Let's make sure we update it after this. Thank you, Thick Gemini.
I would shoot that.
Sounds great too. The sound in Silent Hill 2 remake the sound design was excellent.
Yeah.
This sounds similar.
Same team?
Same team. I don't know if it's the same sound team, but a lot of times with sound, they're working on multiple projects because they don't need to be there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Stream?
We're coming back.
Yeah, that happened early this morning. I got a red on the router and then it popped back to blue. I don't know why.
Chat, are we here? Can you let us know, chat? I'm switching to live. Are we here? Refresh, please. Let us know.
I think our internet's back, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
Should be. Should
Right.
be. Hello, everybody. We paused it. We should be back. Mwah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thick Gemini. I appreciate the $2 saying we're back.
Hey, thank you.
My work is endless. My failures are numerous. I managed to set up
I
an
like when
armed-class outpost.
audio messages play
I still
for
can't
notes and you
produce
can
enough
walk around.
Yeah, because I don't have to sit there and wait
Yep.
for them to end, yeah.
Every time
So the
I manage to
gameplay so
balance
far,
something,
other than the gravity
something
stuff,
else rips.
looks pretty standard, but it looks fun though.
Yet, I must try.
The big mechanic I think they have is enemies, if you let them
Might be able to
linger,
stop
they
the
can
noise
merge into a
negative
bigger
impact
enemy.
on the surrounding
Yeah.
area.
I have to go talk to
Only
Sarah. Are you
then
good?
will I be
If I leave
able
for like
to
30
deliver
seconds?
the
No?
long
Okay, BRB.
acquired essence to the terminal. Such is our calling.
Oh shit, Tech, come back, this thing just broke. Tech. I'm kidding, everything's fine. Made it to the hospital. Oh yeah.
All hope abandoned. It really is something else.
I will say, what I hope they do different than Silent Hill 2 Remake,
The anchor's frequency synchronization.
that game was a little too bloated. They could have cut about 30% out of that game and it would have just, to me, been perfect. But the levels, it just got too similar.
Temporal destination reached. Proceeding with the search for the target.
I know
I
this
found
is,
the passage in the underground, but
Yeah, it's locked.
let's shoot it.
Try searching by the morgue.
How about shooting it? Or making the lock look bigger? Come on, you guys. It's a rinky-dink little lock. Hey, Gully EB. I can't see any specifics. We'll get Tech to look when they come back, but it said you joined the club. I don't know what that means. Maybe you subscribed? But whatever you did, thank you for being here. We appreciate it, buddy. Okay, where's some bad guys at? Let's go. Show us some action. Because they did say this is more inspired by Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I'm like, okay, can I see some bad guys? I love the heavy boot sound. I'm glad they found that old key that they can now use to, there's a bad guy right there to the right. That they can now use to open that lock. See, that's pretty cool if it just happens like that. You never know. Or maybe you know, but you have to learn where the triggers are. Dodge. That's cool.
That doesn't seem right. This place seems suspended between space and time.
Thank God this team hung in there. A lot of times they had so many failures. I mean, this still could be a piece of shit, but it looks great. Their last game was great. Good for their management for being able to keep them in business long enough for them to get this good. That looks great. That looks fucking great. September, October. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now I should get up and turn off the YouTube and talk to the chat, but I've gotten lazy. Please don't autoplay. Let it just sit there. Hey, Tack, are you coming back? I'm not that lazy. I don't want to fuck around with this. I've been watching a lot of the Comic-Con stuff too, you guys. I love watching Comic-Con at home. That is my new favorite way to attend Comic-Con. This guy at the bottom right says Artist Alley. He literally went super HD and he went through every single booth, every aisle, and he doesn't spend a lot of time, but it's like a 3-hour video and it's all time stamped, and you can just kind of go through and go, ooh, it's, I want to see this booth. I want to see this booth. And I've been going online and going to their sites, and I love stuff like that, man. Hang on. Technology protection. I don't know where he is. Let me go over to his little command center. It's you and me, Ace. You and me, pal. Let's figure this shit out. All right. Hang on a second. All right. That's okay. Let me get the chat. There's the chat. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, now I can see the chat. All right. Let me go up. Thick Gemini says you're back. Thank you, buddy. Let me see who this was. I think they might have been a subscriber, and if that's the case, thank you for that. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it very much. Okay. Okay, the first trailer was good, but Addy Pie, you think that's weak? Wait, wait a minute. Are you talking about who are we talking about? Are we talking about Chronos? I thought that looks great. That game looks great. Am I happy? Yeah. Addy Pie, you sound unhappy in life. Kevin says, Jaffe, are you happy? What do you want, Happy Patrol? Okay, let's see. Hello, Kyler. Black Demon, good to see you. Jaffe, you should put on a private investigator hat. My mic isn't on. This mic's not on? Shit. Can you hear me now? God damn it. How about now? All right, I got you. All right. Okay, text back. The trailer ended. So we were just sitting here and
Hell yeah.
we were off doing some such nonsense.
Taking care of your daughter.
She's not an invalid.
And? I take care of you.
Okay. All right. So that trailer to me looked great. I think some of the people were complaining about it, but yeah, I thought Cronus looks fantastic. I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we got lined up, or is that it?
Oh,
there's one thing with Michael Jackson. Is the Michael Jackson thing next?
I have Academia de dos Gamers.
The what?
Academy of Two Gamers.
Okay. Yeah, don't play this yet. Somebody did a Resident Evil 2 mod with Moonwalker and Michael Jackson, and it is fantastic. You have to play this. This is great. Go big, go big.
Big doesn't work.
Okay. That's so loud.
Does he lean forward?
Yeah, he does all the he does that and he goes, bow. I bet he'll do the spin. I haven't watched this whole thing yet.
He already did the spin.
Did you throw the hat?
Mm.
This is so great.
Spin.
Oh, he does the little thing.
Just go.
That's the best.
Key card.
Annie,
should
are
be
you
able to
okay?
unlock the doors in the hall with this.
Oh, that's good.
All
That's
right.
fantastic. It's fucking fantastic.
You also have Agefield. Hi.
Oh, these are other trailers and stuff, but that we can watch this. I haven't watched it yet. This is basically they're trying to make Bully because Rockstar won't make Bully, so they're like, we'll make our own Bully.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Kale have been talking about it for years. About how cool our senior year was gonna be. We haven't done shit about it. So, we made a plan to change that.
They're all 18.
This is our time.
I haven't watched
our
this.
chance. So we're gonna rock it.
Welcome to class, boys and girls.
I haven't seen you before. New here in Agefield, mister?
Just call me Sam.
With good grades and behavior, you'll have a chance to go
This
to
looks like a
college
porn
and
game.
work a safe job, just like me.
I have a 3-step plan. Kick the jock's ass. Throw a massive party. Get the girl and rock the prom.
Listen to your teachers. That party was off the
That's
chain.
his car. Let's tag it.
Booyah! Hey, stop! Today is the day.
I want to become an artist after school, but my father doesn't like the idea.
Let's focus
Why does she
on the
have gray
plan.
hair?
We can't miss our chance.
Art.
So, you in, dude?
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or not. Oh, it's 2002, but it's clearly based on Bully and inspired by Bully and blah blah blah. So could be kind of cool. What's this one? Don't show these yet. I'm putting together a list of like cool Comic-Con reveals that are game related.
Hasbro, you want that?
No, I don't want anything else. That's the show.
That's the show.
I mean, unless we can talk to the chat, but
Yeah.
if we want. But I don't have any more topics. Let's go to NeoGAF real quick. Let's see if there's anything trending or anything new. K-Nubs, that looks embarrassing. I think it's kind of fun. I like the idea of games set in school. It doesn't look great, but I don't know. Maybe it's good.
NeoGAF gaming discussion, is that what you want?
Yeah.
And boom.
Let's see. Nintendo. Keep going. Let's see if any news is. CEO Microsoft seeks to reassure Microsoft employee in layoff.
Comments on AI is the future.
It is the future. I'm so fucking tired of people acting like it's not. Does it suck? For a lot of people, it's going to suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Everything else is older. The Donkey Kong one is July 10th.
Well, no, it doesn't. They don't do it that way. It's just what people are posting on.
Oh, okay.
Keep going down. Ballads of the Fire. Keep going. Bring games.
Do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to my Twitter instead and just go to the Gavin and Games tab.
Okay, hold on.
That's where I put all the news. Yeah, that yellow Atari looks amazing. But, I mean, again, it's one of those things that I'll probably buy it. Never going to play with it after the first couple of days, and they'll just sit and collect dust. But it's beautiful, though. And it's cool that it there's a lot of, homebrew games that you can get for it. Like David Crane and Gary Kitchen, who did Pitfall. They've got a couple of games that are only a few years old that they just put out. Is this Gavin and Games?
Historical UFO set. Yeah, it's Gavin and Games.
No, it's not. Go up.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Motherfucker, it is.
It's not.
It says G&G right here.
It's not. Trust me, it's my account. Just please go back.
Okay. What is G&G for?
Okay, it doesn't matter now. See, it says go back. Okay, see, it says topics for Gavin and Games. That's what you want.
That's a different thing.
I know. Let's just see if there's any news. Jaffe, my favorite Atari game? Oh man, it's probably
Pac-Man.
No. It's probably Adventure. That was, but I mean, I grew up on Atari. It was my childhood. So, I mean, I loved the big ones like Adventure and Asteroids, and I love the small ones like Dodge 'em. Played the shit out of Dodge 'em and Maze Craze and all that shit. Are me and Destin cool? Yeah, we've always been cool. That was just,
For now.
Well, okay, fine. But yeah, absolutely. I did hear about Sony buying a little bit more. They already owned a little bit in Bandai Namco. I think now they just own 2.5%. So it's not like they're buying exclusivity or anything.
You two could have been cooler if his video wasn't a dev called me out. If you said developer David Jaffe.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler, Destin. Hey, Destin.
Son of a bitch.
Put his name in there, Destin.
All right, keep going. What else do we got?
Dickhead. He's on my list next to Sid Meier.
Yeah.
Everything announced Star Wars stories. Oh, I thought it was K-Nubs.
I thought it was K-Nubs too. What is this?
Hand ignites a sizzling debate over FPS tax sprint.
I don't care. If you care, click it. I don't give a shit.
Whoa! King of the Hill. Started to TV August 4th.
And the new Gumball. They showed a new Adventures of Gumball at Comic-Con. The clip people said was great.
Osgood Perkins says Neon.
Yeah, we don't have to read everything. Just see if there's any cool game topics.
Let's see. Kotaku Weekly Guy. 5 games you can't wait to get
Once
back.
again, you're reading everything.
Well, how am I going to read it?
Just scan it and stop
All right, I'm
if I
scanning.
tell you
Look, it's
or
fucking
you tell
Bowser.
Me.
Online updates. Mario Party.
Yeah, keep going.
It's a
Nothing
lady.
so far. Nothing
It's
so
a guy.
far.
It's people.
No. What's that? Fathom. What are they bringing back to theaters?
Vietnam. Oh, I like Vietnam stories.
Primitive. What is that? Primitive War?
Yeah, Vietnam reminds me of you.
Good.
Good.
Is that more
Helldivers.
Let's see.
What is it about? Oh, it's just the Xbox announcement.
Ah.
Thank you, Helldivers. Oh.
That's cool.
We're talking Twisted Metal.
You know what I will say is cool? I was watching a clip from Jimmy Fallon. Mackie was on... Anthony Mackie was on last night or the night before.
Yeah.
And just to hear Jimmy Fallon say Twisted Metal a couple of times, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that game is like still kind of out there being talked about at that on that kind of stage. Pretty cool.
Quarantine. I don't know about this.
What was that
Fortnite.
again? Oh, new weapons movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 6, Season 4. Robert Kirkman? That's cool.
Okay. I gotta see Thunderbolts. I haven't seen it yet.
Adult content censorship. Wolfenstein franchise. Okay. Did you like Wolfenstein?
I'm sorry, you saying it like German people say Stein?
Wolfenstein?
It's Wolfenstein.
Stein.
Stein.
Not how they pronounce it.
Yeah, well, they're dead and the Jews won, so fuck you.
Their economy is going strong.
Anyway,
tell us about how they're seen in the public versus Israel.
Israel's different. I was very glad they let the thing be Jewish still.
Yeah, the country of Germans versus the country of the Jewish people. Which one is which one's out of the PR nightmare now?
It's not about the PR nightmare.
Well,
look, Netanyahu is not. I'm not a defender of Netanyahu.
Where's Net in Google?
Okay, here's the point, though. Wolfenstein, I played the first two, Escape from Castle Wolfenstein and Castle Wolfenstein on the Apple II. I've always loved it. I love the machine games.
Yeah.
And the idea of a series where that is the backdrop, I think could be cool. But, it's not like I'm like, I really want to know more about BJ Blazkowicz and shit, right? So it'll so much will depend on sort of what they do after the, ooh, that's cool wears off. And people really love Fallout, so I'm cautiously optimistic, I suppose. Somebody in the chat was asking
how much for you to watch the drawing of that guy's ass butt attempt prediction causation. How much?
Wait, David K is saying how much for you to watch the drawing of the Trump assassination attempt prediction. Where does this exist, David K? Are you saying you did that?
Tag me in the Discord, David K. That's at Tech Protect.
Because we are doing Death Saw says you should ask Jeeves.
Yeah, where is Net and Ask Jeeves? Because Yahoo.
Yeah, I understand. We got the joke, Tech.
Well,
we got it.
It's a good one.
Yeah, but sometimes it lands and you just let it settle.
Who have you heard make that joke? Because I haven't. I just made it. Net and Yahoo.
Just
Net
because let's say you made it up.
It's a good one.
It's good enough, but it doesn't merit anything more than I.
Yeah. You know what's worse?
What?
Net and Bing.
Netscape.
Net and Netscape.
But hang on. But yeah, let us know, David. And the Israel state is evil, says Morgan. I mean, again, it's come on. I mean, it's a complex thing. Netanyahu's a war criminal. He should be in jail, if not worse. I think most people would agree that the way they responded to the horrific October 7th was disproportionate. But I also understand that it's been a long time of them being proportionate and nothing ever changes. But I don't agree with how they did this at all. Yeah, that's cool. That's Hasbro's putting that out.
Ooh.
Isn't that neat? Man, if I was a kid and I had that, I would have never taken the goddamn thing off. I would have eaten through the little tiny holes. How cool, man. All right. Well, look, here we go, folks. It's 4:00 almost here on the coast. We are going to wrap this show up. We will be back at 6:00 tonight with Friday High Day with me, Tech, and Miss Bunny Button. We have some, you said you had some stuff you pulled from the internet. We've got some topics, but it's Friday High Day, which means
we're gonna do a lot of content reaction stuff
and eating edibles and just taking your money.
And then afterwards, watching Horrible Bosses in the Discord.
That's right,
with friends.
But we need to figure out what are our goals, because we do really well on that show with goals, but we never do well on this show.
Would you do body waxing?
Oh my God. No, and I'm not talking. I want to do. We need to figure out how to make the Gavin and Games audience feel like they're getting something for their money. I assume the Twisted Metal Watch Party would be it, but it's not. It's not. So we got to figure that out. But by the way, tomorrow, are we still thinking about? We're going downtown, right? Tomorrow.
Potentially.
What do you mean potentially?
You get a little cranky when you get high in the next morning. So if you have the body for it, the mind, the spirit.
Yeah, we need to go down to do the bumper cars and the arcade and the Comic-Con and shit tomorrow. So
yeah,
we did watch Jay and Silent Bob. It was pretty fucking good. Thank you, Sir Joe Pesci. Good to see you again. Nice having you on the show last night. Color your hair, silly outfit, watch stuff. We do all that. But
you want body wax?
Oh,
like a forearm?
No, leave me alone. I don't want to do shtick. I want to do stuff that's it's Gavin and games, man. It's got to be something game centric.
Okay. Would you get Sharpie on your arm of the Konami code?
Yeah, but who the fuck wants to pay for that?
Yeah, $30.
Stupid.
$30 Konami code.
I am
tattoo.
not cranky puss. Fuck you, David K. Okay, we'll be back. We'll see you at 6. Hopefully, come join us for a Friday high day and shooting the shit. And looking forward to seeing you.
Thanks so much. Top 5.
No, top 10.
Top 5 chatters. Game Vision.
Game of Vision. That's my little dude in what was that show I was on G4? That was my character.
The game where the show where they talked about your stuff and it
No,
was like the contestants.
No, I was no, that's the tester. This I was a cartoon character voice of myself.
Oh.
And that's him. What was that thing called? Code Monkeys.
Code Monkeys.
Thank you.
David K coming in at number 4.
Thank you, buddy.
The non-binary. I don't know what your real name is.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
Number 3.
Awesome.
Tatum.
Thank
Number
you,
2.
champ.
And Thick Gemini coming in
Thank
number
you,
1.
Thick Gemini. We appreciate it. Thick Gemini, call in sometime. We want the tea on what's go. What? Look at Ace. Ace is Michael Jackson in it. Look at him.
He's running after.
He's dreaming like a god. He's running
a
after.
wabbit.
He's running after those super chats. Go get a super chat, Ace. Look at him. Look at this guy.
He's dreaming. He's dreaming so well.
Bum, 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 bum. It was Ace, and he was running. He was chasing the squirrel, and now he got it. Anyway, we want to know what's going on in the Becky Boop universe. Thick Gemini, call us.
Yeah, let us know.
Be well, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Mwah. Can we get a kiss for the chat?
Fuck off.